Yo, what's going on, guys? It's your boy the one, back with more Sword of Convallaria content. And in this video we'll be discussing, is the game free to play friendly? Let's get it. What do I mean by free to play friendly? I mean, can you beat the content that is available in the game without having to spend money? Or do they force you to spend money in Sword of Convallaria? So in this video we're gonna, delve down and come to a conclusion in this video. So first things first, let's talk about the gacha system and the banners. So from what I've seen, regarding the banners, they do pull up or bring out a ton of banners. I will admit that there is a lot of banners. Like right now there's Ada, there's a lot of banners to summon on, but so I do agree that they are chucking so many banners down in your faces. However, as a free-to-play player, do you need to summon on all these banners? That's a better question that I'd like to talk about. So with the gacha system, you can summon for characters or you can summon for weapons. Now with the weapons, right, you can actually farm the highest rarity weapons in the game for free. All you have to do is level up your account to a certain level, and then when you're of a certain level and you're strong enough, you'll be able to beat the dungeon where you can farm your legendary gear for completely for free. However, it will be at a drop rate, right? Let me just go in real quick and show you guys what I'm talking about here in the weaponry trial. So in the weaponry trial here, once you've pushed, like I've not touched my weaponry trials, even though I could probably get to the higher levels. I just haven't gone to the point yet because I'm just using the weapons that the game gives you for free, which is another thing. They gave you legendary weapons for completely for free in Sword of Convallaria just by playing the story. Hell, in one of the events the other day, they gave you, where's the weapon? They gave us a free legendary weapon. The beheading machete. We got that completely for free just by logging in. And by most of the other things you can get, like I've bought the battle pass, so I got a legendary weapon there. But yeah, you can also get legendary weapons through the event that's going on, and I think you can also get some through PvP as well, and like I said, through story, through login events, and obviously through the weaponry trial, which is probably just gonna be the hardest way out of all the ways, because you'll have to get to the harder stages to start farming them. And like I said earlier, the legendary gear will be at a drop rate, so it'll be at a low rate, so a low chance, so you'll have to continuously farm. So weapons you don't have to summon. That is the conclusion I've come to in Sword of Convallaria. For weapons, you don't have to touch the weapon banner, so that's why I've never summoned for a weapon. And most of my stuff I've gotten from the battle pass. You can get some stuff from the Cole battle pass, and just from playing the game, and the Voyage Memento as well. Like, I even forgot to mention this. The Voyage Memento is going to give you legendary weapons. So next, like, let's go back to the summon page right here. So next, we've talked about the weapons. We've come to the conclusion, weapons in this game or the weapon system is free to play. Next is the characters. So now let's see. So in this game, I already made a guide video talking about the gacha system in depth, so check that video out, where I explained the gacha system. But to shorten it down, in this game, what's really nice is you don't need to summon for dupes. Why? You're probably asking, do you not need to summon for dupes? Well, you don't need to summon for dupes because in this game you can actually farm your dupes for your characters completely free. You can get 3 shards a day for 2 characters if you're choosing every single day, and slowly but surely farm your characters up. So what this means is you don't need to go super deep to summon to get 5 copies or 6 copies of units. Just like for example in Wuwa, I love Wuwa with all my heart, but In that game, for example, that game you need to summon for dupes, because there's no free-to-play way to farm your dupes over time, you know. So it's either you have the summon currency or you don't have the summon currency. But in this game, you don't even need the summon currency. If you're broke and you have no more currency, just bide your time away. Let's go into the let's go into back into the crossing worlds. So here, the memory retrieval. So right here in the memory retrieval, I'll pop in real quick and I'll show you the two characters that I'm currently getting dupes for. Is my Dantalian and my Gloria. So they're the two units that I've been building up. My Gloria right now is 3-star. I actually had her with 2 dupes just from insane luck. And then I farmed her 3rd dupe just from doing the memory reforging. And my Dantalian is at 3-star. He's almost at 4-star. I actually summoned on his banner a ton of times and got insanely lucky. So then that's how I ended up with 3 copies. But he's almost at 4-star. And then after that, I'll get him to 5-star, which then I'll start farming another character. My I can't remember his name. My tank, Magnus, I think that's his name. He was at 0-star. Magnus, yeah, he was at 0-star, but just by farming up through the memory reforging, I managed to get him to 2-star. So it's gonna take a while. Like, it's gonna take a while. Like, for example, here to get to to get to 4-star, I need 100, and I think to get to 5-star, you need 120, if I'm not mistaken. But so it is going to be a long grind, but for the most part, you know, it is at least an option. You know, at least it's an option on the table that you can get your characters for free. And you know, a lot of games, you know, in the market today don't do that stuff. If you look at Hoyoverse, they don't do that. If you look at Kuro, they don't do that. You know, as much as Kuro's generous, they don't do that type of stuff. But here in Convallaria, all you need is 1 copy of a unit and then you're good to go. You know, and this is also pretty nice as it allows you to get a multitude of characters, which is another thing. So with you only needing 1 copy of a character, then you also have to look at what about the lower rarity characters, like Angel, for example. Like, I'll make a video in depth talking about the best free-to-play units, so expect that to come out soon. But Angel, for example, she's a really good healer. She's maxed out for me right now, and she's arguably better than my Samantha, and she's a lower rarity. So there's some really nice lower rarity characters out here that even if like you will find their use. Like, you could build certain teams or whatnot, but you will find a use for the lower rarity characters in some sort of fashion. So it's not even a requirement that you must have all the high rarity characters in this game. So next, let's finally talk about the PvP system. So you're probably thinking, yo, THEONE, but how is Sword of Convallaria free to play if there's a PvP system? Well, young Padawan, I would answer your question. So let's go into PvP. Let's go into Clash. I have been slacking, I won't lie, but let's go into here, the enemy gates. So I'm in gold right now. So in PvP, you're probably thinking, but because there's PvP in this game, you know, it's 100% going to be pay to win. Well, it's actually not pay to win. So if you look at the rewards right here, bronze, you get 100 hope look sites, which is pretty much the premium currency. And then silver, you get 150, gold, you get 200, platinum, you get 250, and radiance, the highest rank, you get 300. So the difference in summer currency is literally barely anything. Literally barely anything, and it's super easy to get to. At least silver is super easy to get to. Gold is where it starts to get challenging. Platinum is really hard. Then radiance is where all the whales are going to be. So somebody could have spent, let's say you're free to play, somebody could have spent 10k and gotten all the way into radiance, and they rushed or expedited the process by summoning for dupes, and they have a full maxed out team, and and they're getting 300 hope look sites, then you, who spent absolutely nothing, is in gold getting 200. You know, so like you're only missing out on 100 hope look sites every, I think this refreshes every week. I'm not sure how often this the PvP refreshes, but you get my point. So with that being said, PvP isn't pay to win, because you're not missing out on anything, and in this game they're not forcing you to go into PvP, because not everyone might like PvP. So that's why they made the rewards, the weekly or bi-weekly rewards, not that insane, because they also understand that if they made the hope look sites you get bi-weekly crazy, like let's say it was like 2,000 hope look sites instead of like 300, then I'd say okay, it's PvP's pay to win. But no, they made it nice and low, so it doesn't make a huge difference if you're spending insane amounts of money, or if you're free to play. You still be able to get your bi-weekly rewards, which is nice currency coming in. So we've pretty much talked about, I think I've covered pretty much oh, the final thing to dictate if this game is free to play or not is there any roadblocks in the content that you can clear, like the story. Like I've been mad slacking in the story. I'm only in chapter 5. I should be way higher, but because I've just been spending time grinding and doing all this stuff, I haven't really been grinding like that. I will probably do a stream or something to catch up, or to just do a mad grind session. But for the most part, the only difficult thing I'd say that, like, every content in this game should be clearable by a free to play. The story, tower is where it starts to get a bit tricky, but even with tower, if you search up strats or whatever, there's some strats out there with lower rarity characters that people have made that you can use to get into the higher floors. So, you know, that being said, there really isn't much roadblocks that you will be facing if you're free to play. And let's look at the voyage memento. This is a godsend, the voyage memento. Like here, like, let me see, can I see all the rewards? I think I can just scroll back. Here they're going to be giving you legendary weapons, legendary characters, you know, summon currency, like characters, weapons, trinkets, like they're giving you so much resources here, so many supplies, turrets, you know, that upon everything and the recurring events that are really generous, this game is free to play, man. You don't need to spend. I've obviously spent I think I spent like 150 bucks just to support the game. You know, I'm a content creator, so I do like the vision of the game, you know, and I am covering it on my channel, so I spent that money as an investment and also to support the game. But are they forcing you to spend in this game to compete? No, not really. They are not, you know, they are not. And there's no real massive game changer if you're spending money, you know. As like I said, you know, people who summon for their dupes are only expediting the process and speeding up the process of gaining their shards or extra copies of units a slower way by the what is it called, the memory reforging. I think that's what it's called. Yeah, that's not, yeah, the memory retrieval, sorry. So you can get your dupes slowly through here, but if you want to speed it up, then you can summon for your dupes, you know. But the smart thing would be to just get a copy and then just do this. So is the game free to play? Yes, it is. Let me know down below in the comments, do you agree or do you disagree? Is Sword of Convallaria free to play, or do you disagree and think that it's, you know, a predatory game and they're trying to milk you dry? Let me know in the comments and we can debate it up. But for the most part, I think I've covered all the free to play aspects of this game. Yeah, that's all for today's video, guys. If you enjoyed, don't forget to leave a like, subscribe, take care, and peace.